Boom, boom. Oh yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's been a long time coming, but I'm finally gonna do it. Maybe it's cause you don't see a lot of my desk when I'm making videos, but it's a mess. People keep saying new year, new start, but I'm a bit late on that. Mainly because I wanted to get my most recent purchases before I clean it up. Better late than never. So time to fire up my Bluetooth headphones, get some music playing, and let's get into it. The first version of my desk was when I got my table around June 2020. Then to start the new semester, I cleaned up my table as part of my first study video. Over time, it has gotten to this. As you can see, I've gotten a lot more stuff since that video. You can see a bunch of my stationery just everywhere. But that's not all. Since the video, I've almost moved some of my other supplies like my power banks, books, papers, and other stuff from my backpacks onto my table. One of my surprisingly space-consuming items is my charger that I keep on the right side of my table. It's not the charger itself, but the cords that can be unruly. There's 3 areas to my desk: the top shelf, the desk, and what I like to call the underworld, which is basically the space under the table. That doesn't seem like a lot to some people, but it is to me. We'll see how clean I can get each area by the end of this video. First thing, declutter my stuff. Over time, I've racked up some trash that I didn't have time to remove, or true to my DIYer tendencies, I keep because of possible future uses. I start with the top shelf because that's where I had the most trash in the form of old snacks. So I take a look at them and throw away some stuff I wouldn't need anymore. When I want to keep it, I set it aside off the table and onto the floor to know that it's cleared. While using my desk, I get a bunch of stuff that I didn't prepare a place for, or like my stationery, they just outgrew their storage. I keep my gray drawers in the same place with the same contents because that system seems to work for me. After the top shelf, I start decluttering my desk and getting it emptied. So same process there of trash or keep, then placing it down on the floor. I made sure to empty my containers and really bring everything out of their original storage, except those that get dirty easily, like my sticky notes. I take my tiny desk vacuum and vacuum up the dust that's built up over the semester. I didn't realize how much dust builds up over the course of 4 months. Just to make sure I have a clean surface to put my things on after, I get my disinfectant wipes and make sure to clean it all up. It's also to remove some of the residue from things like adhesive of my foam brick wall and putting down cups. I also wiped down my paper storage because it had so much dust on it. Now everything on the table is now off the table. Let's go to still very sleepy past me narrating all the things I put on my floor.
Hi, I'm actually recording this from my camera. So let me just give you a quick tour of the mess that is my floor. So this is just the stationery area. So, stickers, tape, my pen cups, stack of washies. It's kind of dark in here because the room's pretty cramped. But yeah, so here's all the stuff that I'm planning to put on my desk. So this bottom part is just all desk stuff. It's kind of dark because I'm in the corner of the room. Over here, that's my extra pens, just pad papers, sharpener, my organizer, pen cup, or not pen cup, notebook stand. Then over here, these are the gold containers that I use for my washi tapes, which I'm gonna repurpose for later. So skincare, sunglasses, computer glasses, my mask, extra hair ties, earrings, deodorant, stuff like that. So this is gonna probably be on the top part. And then this is the pile I don't know what goes in here, which is just basically, if you look at it, it's just pouches, my Mimikyu containers, D&D dice, my bullet journal, some supplies. Over here, it's my recording setup. Technically, it's my mic, and my headphones and hard drives. Over here is the relocate section. This one is kind of a mess, but I put the charger on top of there so I can clean up everything. But this is basically the stack that's in my black divider, my black thing that I was cleaning a while ago. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff and I'm gonna sort those out later. And then this is just the area for the mics that I don't use. So there's another one back there. And then there you go, trash. I forgot. This is the sorter that I use and I'm gonna clean this up after I clean up the bottom and the upper shelf and the desk.
So, contrary to recording me, I did end up doing the bottom of the table first. It was the least work I had to do and I wanted to start easy. My table was overflowing with things already, so I stored my new purchases under my table in the boxes, so they're also overflowing. I take down my two main storage areas, my cardboard box and the top red box. The top red box usually contains art supplies that I want to have near but aren't used enough to be on my desk, like glue guns, spray glue, and my bigger staplers. But now they also have my excess washi tape, which I bring out. The second red box is just for pouches and pencil cases. I take apart one of my mics, which has a cutting off issue, so I don't use them for videos. I keep it on my desk for the aesthetic, but at some point that just takes up too much space for no function. My cardboard box is the smaller part of my art hoarding pile. It has old packaging that I keep. It's usually the smaller ones with clear plastic because I just think that's good to have. It has my pouch of embroidery thread and paper scraps for making my organizer. I keep my markers and paper cutter under there too because I don't have space for them on my desk. Now to start on my desk, I move my light from left to right. I didn't really want to rely on my laptop to power the lights all the time because it's also pretty bulky having to plug in my adapter all the time. So I remove the twist ties, try to peel off the switch, and move it to the other side. I just swapped around the actual light because it was just held on by magnets. After that, I start putting in my organizers. I put my new white drawer set in, which is the storage solution I was most excited for. Quick cleaning of dust from being in storage for a month, then I put in my other organizers. This really mirrors my old setup with my two original organizers in the same place, but I moved the washi tape dispensers onto the other side of the desk. With my new pens, I decided to get a bigger pen cup to accommodate the 18 pens I just bought. This is when I started to realize how much stuff I've actually gotten over 3 months. I go on the floor and start putting stuff on the desk that I want to store on that level. I tend to get a bit scatterbrained when it comes to cleaning, so when I have the stuff I want on my desk, I move the rest onto the top shelf. The first thing I did was take some antique silver bookends that I found in a random corner of the house. They're antique because no one remembers who bought it, but everyone seems to remember it existing since they were children. The bookends are gonna have my test booklets, books, class notebooks, empty notebooks I haven't used yet, and refill papers. I looked at my current skincare collection and threw out the expired ones, which were a lot of them. I put my current not expired skincare there and move it to the side. I piled on more things I want on the top shelf and started moving them into their places. Like the last time, the left side is a skincare and accessories area that I can reach while sitting down. On the other side of the books, I have my leaving the house area. That's where I decided to use my new metal tray. On that side, I put my sunglasses and computer glasses, my watches, container of hairpins, my pollution mask, and my mask holder for surgical masks, and my most used parts of my makeup collection. Now we get to the intensive part, the main desk. I start by storing the loose paper I got in my string pouches. I take out a drawer and plan to start putting washi tape in it. But instead of just estimating how much space I put per tape and keep moving them, I put the drawer away and sorted the tapes by color. I unpacked the new ones that I got and labeled the ones I thought needed labeling. Then the color stack started growing. Once I was done with the solid colors, this was the point of the cleanup where I started wondering if I had too many washi tapes. I started on red and made my way through the rainbow, but with pink added. I propped it up on my notebook so that they're flush to the back wall of the drawer. Now see the gradient build. For neutral tones like gray and brown, I usually use those for layering, so instead of finding a place for them in the drawers, I put them into my tape dispensers instead. Then the last one I'm filling up is my collection of pure metallic tapes. I don't use them a lot, but when I do, I need a lot, so I just want to keep them easy to dispense. I take out another drawer for the pattern section. I stack them by type and width. And I start with the process by putting the grays and not as used colors at the back, then followed by the slightly wider tapes. I was thinking of adding washi tapes I had that were still in the box, but they took up too much space, so I removed them and put them back in their box. With that removed, I moved the wider tapes back. Add my longer tapes like my gray-pink grid and my black washi on the side. Then I was trying to figure out how I was going to add my Japanese-themed washis and which ones I want to display at the front of the drawer. I felt good with 2 drawers, so I moved on to my sticky note box. I unpackaged the 4 of the 5 colors I got, and they fit perfectly in the box with my big sticky note. I also stored my sticky notes with tabs at the back, just so I can have them all in the same place. The next part is figuring out where the stickers and loose papers go, so that's why I have the stringy pouches and the sticker boxes. Having a lot of thin pouches in plastic bags take up more space, so I moved them to more effective storage solutions. I combined 2 sets of stickers because they both had the same plant aesthetic and go pretty well together. The top parts of the smaller sticker boxes were getting in the way of the drawer closing, so I just cut them all off. Just make sure if you're doing this, not to cut away the part of the box that holds it together. I got a lot of loose papers and big stickers lately, so that's what I'm putting into the pouches. So in total, the sticker boxes have vaporwave, plants, gems, and yellow. To fit as much stuff in the drawer, I add my tin of stickers, excess washi, and the widest Japanese-themed washis. And that's all the drawers. I move on to the top part of the drawers. I got a memo pad with a stand which I'll put at the back, then get my Sailor Moon Lego teacup and put that in the front. Then I just fill the top back up with earphones, personal things, small items, stickers, and my stapler. I default to the same arrangement of boxes on top of my drawer. But the bottom part that used to be for washi tape, I'm dedicating to stickers and loose papers now. So it's basically bullet journal supplies. I just put all my boxes there and continue to place things like my page flags in the same spot because they fit there so perfectly. The top stripy box I use as a reserves box instead. So the boxes of washi I was able to fit into the drawer, refills for my pens, the purple sticky notes, extra black pens, and extra color of highlighters that I use a lot, I put them all in the reserves box to save for later. I then take the big packs of stickers back to where I originally had them. I get the rest of my stuff on the floor and bring it back up to the desk to get sorted into my paper organizer. I had a different idea for the top part, so I had 2 layers to work with. The higher one was to store paper that was clean or still in use. The bottom shelf was more for storage and keeping things I don't use often. I also moved the notebooks to the area with the bookends. For the top part of the paper sorter, I add my different planning notebooks and my swatch notebook. I also found my ink tissues, so I also labeled them so I could keep them. Some quick cleaning up for the green sorter, and I got the last stuff on the floor and put them away. And we're back to the top shelf. I wasn't really satisfied with how it looked, so I tried doing some artsy stuff by using one of my gold boxes as a base for my earring container so it doesn't keep tipping over. I also added the rest of the gold boxes as containers for my skincare. And with that, I think I'm done with the top shelf. So this is what I did. I was actually commentating over everything live, but I was too tired to make energetic commentary or even make cohesive sense. So here's narration me once again. The video is pretty long cause I can't words, so I'll just cut it up and speed up some parts so I'm not explaining for 10 minutes straight. I moved our collection of Legos, metal crafts to the top along with my pouch, extra hair ties, and the big pen collection. Then I move on to the gray drawer set. The top drawer has some pens I was gifted and some colored pencils I take to class. The next drawer has my longer colored pencils and very small normal pencils that wouldn't fit in the green sorter. Drawer after that has my dice set, my ink tissues from Plan With Me's, and some thermoplastic I want to try out. Drawer under that is my good paint drawer, so it has my expensive white paint, my metallic acrylics, and my brushes which I moved up here. The last drawer has my collection of stickers I bought from UP Graphic, which is a club for student artists. The rest of this side is basically all skincare / hygiene and accessories. I do still have my hair tie hanger and about 90% of it is just skincare. They're all on my old washi tape containers, so at least I found a good use for them because they all took a while to paint. So one container just has all my earrings and some more in the boxes behind it. I hung my cosplay eye patch on my wall rack and had my extra skincare samples in the other tray with my clips and craft project. By the shelf, it's just old notebooks, new notebooks, and refill papers. The other side of that is the leaving home station, so it has my masks, sunglasses, watches, makeup, and keys. Moving on to the main desk, I have my weird contraption that holds up my mic and my phone. The two mics I put away earlier both had issues, so now I'm using this one. I keep my power banks under it to help power the small ring light on it. I have my laptop, my headphones, my little egg coaster. The left side I made into a tape nook with my washi dispensers and double-sided tapes. I also added my sharpener there. In the dispensers, I have my metallics, gray tapes, and brown tapes. The top empty cup and the dispenser are my working dispensers, where I can put things when I'm currently using them for a project, like the Plan With Me's. The organizer on the right, I have a kinda old bullet journal for reference. The stripy box is the reserve section, where I also keep my DIY circle maker. And like I explained in the previous part of the video, it just has the stuff that I don't use yet or don't have space for. The box beside it is basically the same as before, but with some additions. So that correction tape and glue tape are the same. The sticky notes box just has more things like 4 new medium-sized and neon sticky notes with tabs at the back. Then at the very back are the sticker sets you've probably seen many times already. At the bottom shelf of this organizer is just more sticker boxes and pouches of loose papers and large stickers. The top part of my drawer has my memo pad with Pantone paper, a sticker box, my stapler, and other small things that get lost anywhere else, like my erasers. The first drawer is my giant sticker storage with 4 plastic containers, 3 boxes of stickers, 1 giant pouch, some tiny boxes, and reserve washi. All I know is it's a lot. Speaking of a lot, we go to my favorite part, my solid color washi drawer. I just arranged it in rainbow order for that aesthetic look and also to figure out how many of each color I actually have. The last drawer is the patterns and the not fitting solid colors. I had a lot of really wide patterns, and I also buy some interesting patterns like hedgehogs and space cats. That's where I also put my most used 10-meter long washis. I group my favorite patterns at the front because the front of the drawers are clear. The green organizer is like usual, just a bit more orderly than when we first started. I have the same pens, rose gold set, and my nail cutter. My pen cups are my unicorn and just a bigger version of the clear cup I was using before. My charger is off to the side, like usual. I have my charging cord and the cord for my light. I have my paper organizer with my bullet journal and my book holder on the top shelf, with my hard drive, notebooks, and index cards. Then I have my 2 layers for empty papers and storage. So that's it for this pretty long process. I hope you guys found this video interesting, and I've wanted to change up my table for a bit now, and I finally got it cleared again. What do you think of my setup? Any videos you'd want to see? Leave them in the comments below. If you found this video interesting, hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos from me, then hit the subscribe button and the bell to know when a new video is out. I try to upload every week, Monday nights at 8. I guess that's all for this video. Bye guys!